Hello, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'll be doing a Bleach manga review. Of course, it came out yesterday on Thursday, but I was way too busy yesterday to even do the reaction review for you guys. So here I am today, Friday, doing the review over here. So let's start off with the top of page one. So if you remember from the last chapter, Watch finally got his way in that battle, and he was able to escape Ichigo's grasp because he was able to defeat him fair and square. But to top it off, he was also very strategic because when he was fighting Ichigo, he didn't only use his power alone. He actually planted traps within the room. So as Ichigo fought, that actually tired him out, therefore making it much harder for him to fight or to win that battle. And to top it off, Watch's power is just way over the top. So here we are at the top of page one, and it starts with the dialogue of Watch. I never would have imagined your sight for sore eyes that we'd cross path again here in Soul Society. I wonder who could he be talking to, of course. Let me just get rid of something here. Okay, there we go. Now I can move on. So let's see. Page 3. I'm pretty sure more manga art and stuff like that. Yeah, more fan art. We have I think his name is Ginjo, the guy who taught Ichigo about his full-bring powers. I'm pretty sure that's gonna actually play a part in this chapter somehow, because overall it's named the Two Shields, and it's not for no reason. And you have Yoruichi in her cat formation, which is a formation terrific she cannot control, according to Yokatake himself. So page 5, I'd like to welcome you to my soul society. So he's talking to Aizen, of course. So it seems like Aizen did have something evil planned up his sleeves, obviously. And you have Watch at the bottom smiling at him, obviously. So it's the possibility that they met in the past at some point. The two-sided world end. Who's there? So Uryu is able to sense somebody tracking him, because as he goes running, he just pretty much senses somebody, and it turns out to be none other than his dad, and of course Ichigo's dad as well. Take it with you. Okay, at the top of page 8, Ryukin and Kurosaki's father, what are you doing here? I simply came to deliver that arrowhead. Take it with you. This is, or the guy who you pretty much trains with, known as Ryukin. When Ashwauden is used upon a Quincy, a silver blood clot is created in their hearts and they die. I collected that very silver and forged this arrowhead from it. That's interesting. You're the one that should shoot this arrow. So I guess that's the arrow that Uryu has to use to defeat Watch, in a sense, because I guess it's the only thing that can really penetrate him. You're gonna be able to manage Ichigo? Yeah, my bad. I'm good. Come on, get your ass up. Renji, you sure tagging along was a good idea? What the hell are you babbling about now? With those wounds of yours, both you and Rukia would have been better off staying behind with Inoue. So basically, he's pretty much telling Rukia and Renji that they would probably made a grave mistake by showing up to the battlefield in which Ichigo is facing off against Watch because of their injuries that they currently have. And of course, with that, Renji just batters him with his head and continues an all-out argument with him, as usual to be said. Knowing Ichigo and Renji is the beginning of the Bleach saga, they will always, be friends and then argue about one point of view in front of the enemy while they're in battle, which is not unheard of for that to take place in Bleach. And he's not the only one. You also have a few captains that do this as well, such as Hitsugaya and Byakuya, where they kind of argue and kind of play games with their enemies. So this is not the first time you see this. This is actually a kind of recurring theme in the Bleach series, if you will. The fact that they get into disagreements and they argue in a playful way with their enemies or with each other, in a sense. So here we go at the top of page 11. Alright, I get it. There's no need to keep smacking me around. Right now, since it's just you and me here, and I'm gonna share something with you. It just happened. For decades, felt like an eternity. It was as if it had always been that way. Rukia and I had grown so distant from each other, we drifted so far apart, that we avoided not only eye contact but crossing each other's paths. So basically, he stood on his side of the fence, and Rukia stood on her side of the fence. That's basically what he's telling her, that they no longer, share one path. You're now split in your decisions, which pretty much puts to rest if they're even friends anymore. And they probably still are friends, just not as close as they used to be when the series first started. But the person that finally closed that distance and got us back to how we are was you. That's why I made up my mind back then. If a time ever came that you were unable to push forward, then I'd place you on my back and carry you the entire way if I had to, even in light of all this shit. So henceforth, shit, all the nonsense that's happening right now, such as the end of the real world, Soul Society, and that of the Quincy as well, and Hueco Mundo, which is basically where the Stern Riders reside, which originally belongs to the Espadas, of course. From here now, until you breathe your last breath, I'll always have your back. If I have made myself clear, don't ever question my decision to see things through until the end. Because for your sake and mine, I don't ever want to sound so happy and sentimental ever again. And Renji, of course, is one thing we know, that he hates on the sentimental and happy. And this happens to be one of the cases for him. Luckily for him, this might not even happen ever again. Be that we should probably be reaching the ends of the ropes here with the Bleach series as well. But I'm not sure how much more farther we have to go. It might be another arc, who knows, before we actually declare an end. This is peculiar. So I guess, yep, Aizen destroyed the chair. Alrighty then. There was no doubt in my mind that he was able to destroy the chair, but at the same time, why did he do that earlier when they had him restrained there? I guess I don't know. I guess he's going to explain that too as well into detail, so why he didn't do it earlier. I was certain that you were up above in the Soul King's palace, locked in fierce combat. From what I could gather, Kurosaki Ichigo gave you far more trouble than you bargained for. Don't project your own anxieties onto me. You were the one that was handed defeated by Kurosaki Ichigo. At any rate, you have my eternal thanks for riding me off that eternal chair. Thanks to that. So basically, you Watch was the one who freed him from the eternal chair. Now I have the means to stop you. And just like I predicted a few videos ago, very long time ago, if should Aizen be the one to help Ichigo defeat Watch and Uryu as well, and here you have it. It seems like he's gonna fight him as well. You stand in my way for the sake of Soul Society. I don't think that would be in your best interest. This has nothing to do with interest. My only agenda is to... Okay, that's a long word. So my only agenda is to eviscerate any who might try to rule over and control me. Eviscerate. Okay, so that's a new word for me. Eviscerate. And just at the right time, Ichigo and Renji showed up at the same time in the battlefield along with Aizen. So, just like I predicted a few videos ago and a few chapters ago, I did mention Aizen could possibly be the one to help. If not, I'm not so sure about defeating him. I think that would be Uryu's job, to shoot the arrow through him. But at the end of the day, I did mention that there could be a possibility that Aizen will not only find a way to get free of the chair, but also help Ichigo and Renji. Renji wasn't even in the picture when I mentioned this. Help Ichigo, hands down, fight Watch. And it seems that seems to be playing out so far. But let's see for how long. Ichigo, Renji, you have arrived rather quickly. I already seen it all. That the two of you would come here. That you would restore your blade back whole again, only to have it shattered once again in your hands. If you've got to be kidding me. Okay, this is like a broken record now. Every time he says the word shattered, his sword breaks. Is it just me, or there seems to be some connection between Ichigo's Sanpakuto and this guy keeps saying shattered? I had planned to destroy it completely just now, but it seems you've got some rather annoying, persistent good fortune. They face off once again. The time has come for the decisive battle. So now Ichigo will fight against Yhwach, but it's hilarious in a sense because now you have Aizen, Yhwach, Uryu is currently on his way, you have Renji, and Ichigo. Ichigo sort of shattered. However, there's also given the thought that Ichigo still has his full bring power. So if Tenza Sangetsu is not the right ability suited for this fight, he should be able, in some aspects, be able to switch to his full bring power and use that instead against him. And I'm guessing Aizen's gonna go full out against this guy as well. But Aizen is pretty strong. So basically, Renji, if anything, is the one hiding, pretty much walking with the sword in between his tail, if anything, because these between Renji, Uryu, Ichigo, and Yhwach, their spirit energy is so strong that Renji will possibly just like, okay, I'm going to back off of this fight and say this is not for me. Which is why Ichigo mentioned you made a mistake coming. And Ichigo just pretty much straight up ignored the living hell out of Aizen as well. But I'm pretty sure Aizen's going to speak as well at some point. Aizen's probably going to try something as to where the Sanpakuto may not break at all as well. Or might give Ichigo power up where he can actually control the entire Hollow along with his full bring and his soul Reaper and Quincy powers all together mixed into one. If there is such a form, then I can't wait to see it. But up until now, this is it. Fairly short, straight to the point. This is Bleach 682, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this reaction review. And of course, see you for the next chapter 683 for manga reviews next Thursday. However, I will continue to post videos today. Have yourself a great day. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe underneath the video. Don't forget to leave a like. And also, don't forget to follow me up on Twitter. Thank you very much and have a great day.